here's something I want to talk about. Every deck in Yu-Gi-Oh has a standard build. Black Wings will always run 3 Blizzards, okay? 6 Samurai, it will always run Kageki. Certain decks have certain cards, always run those certain cards, always, okay? And you have to play with, not against, but play with many different decks to learn how they work. If you don't know how a certain deck works, the chances of you winning is slim, okay? You also have to play against those decks to determine how other players play those decks. Yes, you can play the deck yourself and have your own way, but other people have their own way of playing the deck. You have to determine, you have to watch and see and live it yourself. Otherwise, you'll make decisions and plays blind. You know, you never want to go into a match blind. You don't want to go into a match playing a deck that you don't know about. You have to know about a deck. And if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player who, I don't play meta decks, top tier decks, everybody in that deck, quit all that stuff. Leave that alone, okay? You have to, if you're playing a non-top tier deck and you don't like meta decks or whatever, and you don't want to ever touch a meta deck, something is wrong with you, okay? Something is, you have to put your hands on the meta deck to say, you know what, this is how that works. Oh, I can do this, do that. Now your non-meta deck has a better chance, a better matchup, because you know what to expect. And that's what happens. Also, when you play other decks, you learn that, hey, this deck will run these certain traps. Most top tier decks run almost the same trap lineup. You can determine what they have in their back row. You can determine what cards they have in their hand. You can read your opponent from your experience of playing their deck and playing against their deck. Okay? For example, there's sometimes where I would have Raikou on the field and I'm playing against 6 Samurai. You know, they will attack my Raikou. I will destroy that monster. They don't play Megatama. Whatever that trap card that 6 Samurai have, they don't play it. And if you have Raikou and they have a chance to negate Raikou to save their Samurai or their Shin, and they don't, then you know they don't have Megatama face down. Okay? And especially if it's your turn, you flip over Raikou, you know they don't have Solemn or Solemn Warning face down. If you have Raikou and you flip over something to destroy one of their big monsters, and they don't play Solemn Warning, or some other card that destroys them, you know that they do not have that card face down. And it's important that you know how to read your opponent and know what decks run to determine what they have in their back row or what do they have in their hand. You eliminated Solemn, you eliminated Megatama, whatever how you pronounce that card. They either have Dimensional Person face down or Bottomless Trap Hole, Torrential, or Mirror Force. But most 6 Samurai decks don't even run that. They will probably have a Mirror Force face down.